I woke up at midnight and I traded the next so many hours. And what I decided to do is because I wasn't on Zoom, but I wanted to talk out loud everything, is I will be making a post. I don't normally do a Friday afternoon battle plan post, but I'm going to do that because I want this to be up for all weekend. And basically, I titled this "How to Trade the Battle Plan and the Strong Levels." I'm like, maybe this is going to be my working document for people who join the group or want to become just a battle plan strong levels member. How do we trade this? And so we're going to walk through it. In all honesty, I wasn't going to do that, but let's go ahead and walk through it. Let me slide this over here. And I need to turn on the battle plan. And so let's just come here. So I'm just going to go through it. If you want to listen, great. If you don't, no big deal. This will be valuable for people who come back later. So I woke up at midnight to let my dog out. I did. My wife and I literally went to bed at 7 o'clock last night. I'm not kidding you. 7 o'clock. And I knew whenever I woke up, I needed to take my dog out. So I got up at midnight and looked at the price action and noticed that my stop got taken out from yesterday's long that I did there. I went long here. I had two contracts. I took one off somewhere in here, kept a runner back here. I didn't feel like I wanted to put it in the negative position, so it got me out. And so I noticed that and I went, okay. So naturally, I pulled up the chart to see where the next battle plan trade was setting up. It turned out to be battle plan trade number 2. So midnight was somewhere in here. It took me out somewhere in here. Midnight my time, 1 o'clock this chart time. So my eyeballs go to battle plan trade number 2. Actually, I don't need to switch back to the chart. I took screenshots along the way. And in fact, if you click the screenshot up here in the upper left, has the timestamp when that screenshot was taken. So you'll know this was live as I was doing it. And the key question is, will it bounce off the strong level right here? The apex of the mapping. So on this mapping here, this is the apex. This is where I think it's going to do the initial bounce. And this is where I'd be more interested in getting into the trade. So key question, will it bounce off the strong level, the apex of the mapping, and that's a key word, and ladder back up? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I want to see this thing get back up over this level, come here, and that's the more beautiful long, exactly as was mapped out. So I had two apexes here, and this is where I was expecting price to go for an initial bounce. Okay, it took out RTH low. This looks beautiful. Trap the trader long, right? For that to happen, price needs to first reclaim the Sunday opening. That Sunday opening is key. That's what we bounced off of in the RTH session. Grandpa Roger, thanks for pointing that out. Exactly as outlined in last night's battle plan sequence. So the riskiest entry would be taking this entry, okay? So be cautious. Keep a small paper cut stop just a few points away. If you take this trade near the apex of the mapping, treat it purely as a test entry. Small size, small stop. Okay? If you decide you want to take that, that is what you do. Small size, small stop. Note, the mapping provided in each battle plan shows where I believe price will bounce, where it's most likely to bounce. Let me repeat. Taking entries at the apex of the mapping is the riskiest approach. If you stick around long enough, you'll see that this entry often offers high probability but high risk opportunities. Therefore, the rule is simple: small size, small stop. The safer trade is to wait for laddering. So let's go back up. Wait for the laddering. That's the laddering, right? If you take the apex entry that's along at that 66.20 strong level, then price reclaims the Sunday opening at the 66.32, you can consider adding to your position or wait for stronger confirmation for us to get above the bull bear line. Here's the bull bear line. This is battle plan trade number 1. Does that make sense now? So if you got long at number 2, where's the perfect add? Battle plan trade number 1. That's the perfect add. So I did take an entry. I took that apex entry right here. I front ran it by 1 point. Okay, let me read what I wrote. I front ran the 66.20 strong level by 1 point, entering long at 66.21 with a tight 3-point stop loss. Small size, small stop. A precision controlled entry, the kind that keeps risk small. See the chart below. So I screenshotted my DOM. Sorry, this is my editing software that I developed for my battle plan. I do not like creating these in WordPress. So I have my own little whatever. Okay, shows my DOM there. You'll see where I got long. Price did indeed bounce and bounced nicely. I was up 10 points. And price is challenging the Sunday opening. Can it break above it? Or is it going to bounce back down? So at this stage, you can't let this become a losing trade. You're up 10 points. You've got a few smart options. Take your 10 points and call it done. Take the day off. Take tomorrow off. You're up at midnight, 1 o'clock, and you take that trade. You make 10 points. OPEX Friday, you should probably be done. 2, move your stop to capture 50% of the move. That's smart because you are counter. Why are we counter? We're under the bull bear line that I put on the strong levels. We're obviously laddering down as well. So that long is counter. Might even call it knife catching, but it's knife catching at a very specific, exacting location, not a hunch. 3, move your stop to break even, hoping you are in the big move. I'm hoping I'm in the big move. I'm hoping battle plan trade 2 is the one that touches this level, gets back above, and goes what's happening right now. That's what I want. So I was willing to do that. I went with option 3. I'm a greedy bastard. I moved my stop to break even, hoping for the big move. How did that work out for me? Well, price took my stop. Welcome to trading. It was a great entry with a tight stop. At one point, I was up 10 points. I was very pleased with the battle plan mapping. Yes, because when I do a journal, I grade my battle plan mapping. And good grade on the trade execution, A+ on mapping and execution. This was an easy trade to journal. Absolutely. Battle plan trade. I took the apex, small size, small stop, easy trade to journal, and you should be journaling. I believe if you look for the right trades in the right trade locations often enough, you will do very well. We prove that every week. Wait for those trade locations. If you get the laddering that you want, participate. If you take the apex, small size, small stop. What do you do after the stop? So I got stopped out. It kind of sucks. I was up 10 points. That's kind of nice. But what do you do? Well, like Tom Hanks said in The League of Their Own, there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball. Sounds nothing like him. So first, no crying. Take a breath. Get over it and move on. Another high probability setup is just around the corner. Stay disciplined. Stay ready. A monster squeeze is getting close. Not too bad for writing at 1 a.m, but this was kept me awake. So what do you do? To answer the question, what do you do after this stop? Well, if rubbing is racing, boy, I love the movie quotes this week from Days of Thunder, then waiting is trading. It's the mark of a true professional who knows patience is the real edge. Patience is the real edge. So you wait for battle plan number 2 to ladder back above the Sunday opening. So we got down into here. So what's my option? Well, number 1, I'm looking for the next battle plan trade, but I'm also, you never know, this thing could pop here. It could bounce here and I go, okay. And then it bounces here and there's your ladder back long. Okay. It went a little deeper than my mapping. Sorry, not perfect. We don't know exactly what price is going to do, but we do really well at mapping that out and knowing where we want to engage in price. So you wait for battle plan trade 2 to ladder back above the Sunday opening or reclaim the 66.20 strong level for a more aggressive entry. So if this thing did pop back above, this would be an aggressive entry. This would be the same thing, small size, small stop. This would be the more logical entry that would give you laddering and more confidence to make that trade. Battle plan trade 3 is my preferred trade anyway. It's green. So here's battle plan trade number 3. This arrow was also part of last night's battle plan. I said, if we lose this, we're probably coming here. We went a little deeper, but once again, we don't really know what price is going to do. All we can do is follow price and try to trade it. When we squeeze, and we will, I've got 100 to 200 pointer on my hands, I hope. Keep my powder dry and wait. Like my mama used to tell me, hold your horses. And she did. Hold. So then we had the London opening. I couldn't go back to bed with the London opening. That's exactly what I said to myself. Boy, am I going to pay for this in the morning. Right now, I'm energized, I think, because the trade's so nice. But so here's the chart right now. What happens at the strong range? So we're right here, which was right here. I do expect an initial bounce, but that's not part of my trade plan there. I want lower and then reclaim the strong range. So let's go back and look at that. So I really wanted it to push lower, get back above this strong range, and give us a trade here, okay? Boy, that was really close. It would just went a little further down, right? But then it did get back above and give us that laddering sequence. Once again, I don't know how far price is going to go. We can just trade the levels as they develop. So here is battle plan trade number 3 at this exact moment. Screenshotted it, timestamp at the top. Indeed, a small bounce. So you can see the small bounce here. And look at price ping pong between the strong level, which is really nice. I mean, these things just perform so well. All right. Indeed, just a small bounce. I'm not trading that, but it's nice to see it confirms that the level was drawn accurately. That's really important. So price is coming to that strong level. It bounces. I go in my brain. Okay, cool. You drew that well. Good job. This confirms that I could use that as a laddering point. Sorry, this is once again, come on, for re-entry. And so it's confirming that this is a good level for re-entry or an add-on later in case I got long further down the chart. We get back above that. That could be a great add-on. So by seeing that small bounce, it confirms that to me. Once again, this is my editing software. So if I scroll over this, my little tool that helps me, like I need to put a comma after O. Cool. All right, get down there. Yes, this is real time. Timestamps don't lie. Oh, my body is going to pay for this. Yes, I'm sure I will. So a little bounce off the strong level, and then we get underneath it, which is right here. Okay. If, and this is a big if, battle plan trade 3 is the turnaround short squeeze, great. If not, we'll wait for battle plan 4 and 5. So as price continues to move, I just move my eyes to the next battle plan, and I say, okay, what would it take for me to get long with the battle plan that was a little higher up? We just discussed that we get down into here, and if price does this, that's our long. All right, made it. Can we reclaim the strong level for the mapping? Not yet. Stand down. There's no trade yet. No trade here. Now we wait for reclaim or battle plan trade number 4. Move your eyeballs further down. See the chart below. At this point, this is really important. How happy were you that you took either the 10-pointer, or you took half the move, or you took break even on this trade here? You just don't let a trade go from green to red, in my humble opinion. It either bounces and goes, or it doesn't. So at this point, how happy are you? At this point, how happy are you? You either took your 10-pointer, you took half the distance, or you took break even. You're very happy. You're very, very, very happy. All right, now let's take a look at battle plan 3 and 4. This is kind of where they're setting on the chart. I don't know how far price is going to go. I can just judge, and these strong levels help us judge what is happening and what would help me get long or whatever. We wait. Nothing to do but wait. Let's keep going down to battle plan 4 and 5. The bigger the move, the bigger the squeeze. You never have to be the first one long. There's plenty of meat on the bone on the second and third ladders. Okay. You don't have to be long here. Okay. Those are fun, but you don't have to be long. There's plenty of meat on the bone, second and third ladders. Patience often pays better than being early. How many times do you enter too early and it hurts you? Yeah, we'd love to be long here. Are you kidding me? But being long here is just as good. Being long here is just as good. We'll talk about that in a minute. My thoughts here. I'm literally talking to you as if we were on Zoom. This strong level is being strong. And it is part of battle plan trade number 4. It is part of battle plan trade number 4. So I'm like, okay, let's watch to see what happens. This might be the bottom. Waiting for the strong reclaim of the strong level. I'm looking for a powerful, let me change that word. A powerful reclaim of the strong level of this, and actually not the strong level. I'm looking for the strong range. Sorry. Let me edit. Coupled with a core strategy bounce level. I know if you're not a full member, you don't know what our core strategy bounce levels are, but that's what I'm looking for. Most of the people reading this is a full member. Here is the mapping I envisioned. Once again, look at the timestamp if needed. So when we were here at this exact moment in time, I mapped out this entry. This was the mapping I wanted right here, right here. I went, okay, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see this thing ladder. I want to see us get over that strong level. Or the strong range. Well, first I got to get over the strong level, right? Then it can get over the strong range and looking for that laddering. Okay. Update. Got it. I am long. Strong level reclaim. So, it got up over this strong level right here. Closed 2 candles completely above it. I think that's important. Core strategy level. If you're a full member, you see it. And I consider this the second ladder. So I would look at this and go, okay, well, there was a definite break level down here, right? You could count that as a bounce if you wanted. But this little blue candle here, I'm going to count that as a bounce. So 1, 2, and what are we doing? We're leaving behind these series of fair value gaps and laddering beyond it. So there's even more going on that we talk about when we're live on Zoom. I love how we took the low by a tick or two right here and then laddered back with a vengeance, leaving a string of fair value gaps and laddering. Now I can enter with some assurance. Now I'll go, okay, you got to get long now. And I used my mapping there as my tool to get long. And I did go long exactly right here. Exactly right here. And I did it with 4 contracts. And when price bounced up like that, I spread them out. Okay. Because like I said here, where did I say that? Stops are in place, ensuring a green trade, which is nice. So green trade, 100%, no problem. Now back to bed, and I did go to bed. Time to let price do its thing. Squeeze, baby, squeeze. Yep. And then at 9:59, I usually get up at 5 with my wife, but I was like, I'm staying in bed. She wakes me up before we do our Bible study. So at 5:59, dang, I slept hard, and I did. Very pleased with the follow through. There is nothing to do but hold a runner now. There's nothing to do but hold a runner. I moved 1 stop to 50% and 1 stop at my entry. So let's take a peek at that. So right now I'm long 2 micros, and right now it's like $700 or something. So 350 is half of that. That's where I need to have my stops. I'm going to move 1 stop at the 350, and I'm going to remove it here. Let me see if I can adjust this. So yeah, nothing to do now. Where's that stop? It's at 66.20. I'm going to mark this here. Oh, it's right there. It's at 66.20. That's funny. I might actually move that a little further back. Or you know what? I'll use this strong level. I can move it up even a little bit more. I'll decide that later. There's nothing to do but the waiting. You can only mess it up now, in my humble opinion. So we got the squeeze, baby, squeeze. That's what we're looking for. Okay. You could be short on those shorts if you wanted, but I would much prefer to be long on the squeeze. That's just me. Your mileage may vary. And then you get that little monster move there, and you're like, yep, it's over. I'm in the right trade. All I got to do now is do nothing. Let's talk about strong levels again, because I think it's important. Every Sunday, I publish these strong levels. These are the lines you see here. That's included in your membership. That's what I think are the most important levels. I spend Sunday, not all day Sunday, but I spend Sunday crafting where I think they should be. These are the most important levels for the week. In my humble opinion, that's just what I think. It is a trading view indicator. So it is trading view. Okay. I had a guy join this week that did not have a trading view. He had to get a free account. And if you're listening to this, I'm still waiting for your trading view username so I can add you to the strong levels. It's included in your membership. Even traders on the 7-day trial get it. So it's one of the things I changed here recently. So if you're on the 7-day trial and you want these levels on your chart, please send me a private message. Okay. I sent you a private message when you joined. There's a private message tab at the top. All right. So we use these strong levels to help craft our entries and exits. When we're live trading together, you'll often hear me. I'll say, okay, guys, if you're long, let's say we're long and we come to this area, I'll say, this is a great area to TP some contracts. Part of that is session levels and profile levels, but a lot of times it's the strong levels. And this was the strong levels yesterday. I thought I grabbed a box. Strong levels yesterday. That as this thing was going down, if you said, you know what, I'm looking for great places to short. Well, actually, it's the one below. Right here. This is the day before. I mean, just shorts all over the place if you wanted to be short. I was just waiting for it to reach a battle plan trade. I don't have to be short. I'm happy if you are short. What do I care? Overnight, this is all the strong level play. I mean, just really, really, really nice. And so, yeah. So that's going to be the post I make for this afternoon. It's going to be how to trade the battle plan trade and strong levels. That's what I did last night. Thank goodness I'm in a monster trade. If I wasn't in a trade right now, what would I be looking for? Well, first of all, let's switch over here and look at everybody else. Oh, everybody squeezed. Everybody squeezed. Nothing to do now but the holding. But we know, sorry, I need to drink something, that there will be trades available during RTH. We don't know what they will be, but we know we will have 1 or 2 trades during RTH. All we've done is we've come back to the strong level, back to the bull bear line, and we're hanging out here at the strong range where we spent a lot of time yesterday. So the first thing would be, do we get a little pullback, pop back above this bull bear line? Is that going to be our long and go into all-time highs? This is where I would add to my trade. There's battle plan number 1. We're waiting for it to set up. Now, I do want to mention this battle plan right here. This worked out. This is the one this worked out. This one didn't pull back enough here. Okay. It squeezed, just didn't pull back enough. Didn't really give you an entry there. Once again, if you were up, that's the entry. That's the entry. Ride. Now we're looking at battle plan trade number 1 for it to pop above, give us a long there. Your stop is going to be under the strong range. So if you took this, I wouldn't be shy to lock your 10 points. Notice one thing we're not doing. We're not going short. Not even a conversation. Come on. 3 more points for 100. Get up there. Do it. Very nice. Wow.